Hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So I'm Lynn Huber. Thanks for being here today. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here, okay? You know, there's so much fighting and division in our country right now. So I'm hung up on kindness. I'm really hung up on kindness. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So how tiny actions can make huge impacts. You know, there's a quote by Scott Adams. He says, "Remember, there's no such thing as a small act of kindness. Every act creates a ripple with no logical end." That's really powerful. I was thinking about that, and you remember how it felt when you had a tough day and a stranger smiled at you, or the time maybe that you helped your neighbor carry her groceries in and how she still thanks you for it. There's so many things, and each one of these small acts of kindness can make a huge impact in somebody's life. You just never know who you're affecting, even by just smiling at somebody. So small actions often lead to giant ripples. That's what Scott Adams was talking about, right? One small action can completely change the life of someone who then goes and performs a kindness for somebody else. And then the cycle continues and grows. So it just keeps going. And wouldn't our world be a lot better? Hey, Erica, good morning. Wouldn't our world be a lot better if we were all doing that, if we were all being kind to others and then spreading the love? So no matter how big or small the kindness is, it's likely to have a big significance to your own mental health and to the person that you're being kind to, right? According to psychologists and researchers, even the smallest acts of kindness can create a rebound effect, not only on the person that you're being kind to, but also to your own psyche, to your own mental wellness that day, right? So, for example, say you smile at somebody. Well, a smile releases their comfort along with making them happier. You smile at somebody, they're usually always going to smile back at you, right? And maybe they're having a bad day and maybe you smile to them and just maybe that one little smile, it made them feel a little bit better. But it also puts you in a better mood, because you smiled. It's just the act of smiling makes psychological changes in your own brain, right? So that simple smile could be the reason that somebody's lifted out of despair. And, just little tiny acts of kindness can make changes in lots of ways, but two in particular is when you're kind to somebody, then they kind of start doing the same thing. They kind of pay it forward, right? So you're kind to them, and then they start invoking their own kind of small kindnesses, and then it becomes contagious. And so, when you carry out an act of kindness, other people see them, and then they in turn are kind to somebody else, and then they in turn are kind to somebody else. So it's like this chain that just goes along. For example, let's say you're friendly to the bus driver, and then he in turn will be more likely to be more considerate to the next passenger because you've been friendly to him, you made him smile. It's just natural. He's going to be more friendly with the next passenger. Well, that passenger might be likely to go home and have a positive conversation with their family, or they might go to work and have a positive conversation with their coworkers at work. And so people who have a tendency to do small things to spread kindness are more likely to take action in a bigger way as well. So this is actually going to help you for success. It's going to help you just be a better person and be more successful in your life. What's wrong with that, right? So here's some ideas I have so that you can have a small act of kindness. Well, learn first aid. Sometimes it's helpful if you know a little bit of first aid, and then you can be prepared to act when someone needs help in an emergency. That's always a good one. If you know CPR or you know what to do if somebody gets cut or whatever, it's just that way you can be helpful. Volunteer and be part of a community cleanup. Help clean up the park or the neighborhood or the beach or wherever you're at. Donate toys to a local women's shelter or a prison or anywhere where toys can be helpful. We do fundraisers. We do toys for here. Richard and I do fundraisers with Finley the Fox from Avon for local police stations and the police and the fire departments, because we give these foxes. I don't have one right here, but it's a Finley the Fox, and when the fire department goes out on a call and the house is burning down, there's a distraught child lots of times. And it's nice to be able to have something to give that child so that they can feel a little bit better or have some comfort, because it's scary if it's a domestic violence situation, or if it's a fire, or kids can be scared. And so having something like that where you're donating toys to an organization that can help children, that's a great thing to do. Donate flowers to someone in need, or in places like hospices or nursing homes or women's homes. And Erica, let a smile be your umbrella. Yes, I love that. Yes, thank you. So cook a hot meal for a neighbor who's been down on their luck lately. Maybe leave snacks in the break room where you work. Volunteer at your local Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts or Brownies or Boys or Girls Club. They always need volunteers, right? Donate books to your local library or to children in need. Recycle plastics, get rid of plastics that are just single use that are hurting the environment. Leave uplifting notes in self-help books at your local bookstore or your library. Those are handy. That's kind of a cute idea. And just smile at people. Tell somebody they look nice. Tell somebody you like their earrings, or you like their hair, or you like whatever. But just be nice to people, right? Just little tiny acts of kindness. So whatever you choose to do, every little act of kindness can have a big impact on others in ways that you can't even imagine sometimes, because each tiny act of kindness is observed and then passed on to another person and to another person and to another person. And before you know it, it's a big act of kindness. So that's really what I have for you today. So what kind of tiny act of kindness are you going to do today? I would love to hear. Get below. Or what ideas do you have to add to what I said? What ideas do you have on how to be kind? Just a tiny act of kindness. I would love to hear. So please share below. And thank you, Erica, for being on live with me today. And I hope you guys all have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.